you doing, peeps? This is to plod or not to plod. I'm at my next location, which is Southall Police Station. I'm here on what people have been calling Freedom Day, but I'm free every day as far as I'm concerned. So that's the main entrance. I believe it's open. They've got all their normal notice boards, and for the people that don't know, Southall is a part of the Metropolitan Police. I do believe I came from that way, and there are no gates that way, so I'm not going to waste my time getting that way. But yeah, so as I said, this is Southall Police Station, and came down to see whether or not there's any interaction here at Southall, or whether or not they shut up shop as they do everywhere else. So yeah, let's find out. So just see if it's open. Yeah, so you can see there, guys, that's the main reception. So, and you got a couple of people there, and that's the main reception area. And then those are all the sections that they have here at Southall. So let's take a wander around and we'll see what's what. They've got their traditional yellow phone that they expected everybody to use during the whole of COVID, but as we know, it was completely wrong in what they were doing. So yeah, let's go for it. Southall, from speaking to a lot of the residents, have got one or two good things, but the bigger picture, I most probably spoke to maybe what, 15-20 different people, and they didn't have much to really say to do with police, apart from they believe that they are disconnected, as sort of been saying for a while. It's a fair size station, so it's not big, but it's not small, what I would class as an average size. So it's right up on the main high street in Southall. So yeah. So you can see, guys, they've got a number of different vehicles here at Southall. So just so you guys know, that building there at the back, that's not part of the police station. and as you can see guys, clearly from that, so it does say no public, so I won't go beyond that point. I won't go beyond, so they would love nothing more than me to go beyond that point. As it says, so when you look, there we go, so we got a van coming out. No blues, but it is a van coming out. There we go, so what you got is, I believe that they're going to stop me. So.
Can I help you, sir?
No, I'm perfectly fine, sir.
Oh. Are you recording over there?
I am, sir.
But what are you recording? I'm asking.
What am I recording?
Yes.
Whatever I can see, sir.
Any particular reason why
Well, first of all, can you identify yourself for me, please, sir?
I'm a police officer, you know.
Yep, and your collar number?
I've got a collar number. Yeah.
2540. Okay. Just so you know, sir, I will be requesting a copy of that. Could I have your collar number as well, please, sir? Okay. I would like his collar number because he just took a photo of me and I'm entitled to a copy of that.
Who told you that then?
It's part of GDPR, sir.
Personal use, sir, I'm not.
Well, personal use, you shouldn't be doing that on your own phone while you're actually in uniform, sir. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, also as well, you should have told me that you were putting your body camera on. Okay, that's another pew of arrogant abuse, okay, to the public. You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. And you, sir, you're one of those bully boys. Okay, you're a disgrace. So, as you can see, guys, you had that pc123 and decided to think that he could just sort of take the camera out and take a photograph, and they believe that I'm not entitled to a copy of that. But I will be putting in a charge request for that. So, but that tells you how far disconnected they are from the public, but they don't even realise that you're doing a perfectly lawful activity. And I wasn't expecting it to be that quick on being here, but it would have been nice if the interaction could have been a lot nicer, but I think that sort of sums it up to what the locals were telling me on the way that they are with people of younger people being pulled up left, right and centre in Southall. I don't know what the statistics are on that. I don't know what the statistics are on that. I will try and find out for you guys, and if I do, I will either put it up with this video or I will try and leave it in the description of the video when I put it up. But you can see there, 2 officers, completely rude, completely arrogant, but that's the way that they decide that they want to run it and the way that they want to engage with the public. I've ended up at Southall purely because I was looking at some reports, and Southall had a very, very high rate during COVID for arrest, not for stop and search, but actually for arrest during lockdown. Now, as of midnight last night, as you guys know, with it being the 19th, it's what people are calling Freedom Day. So, regardless to whether or not people class it as Freedom Day, I've always been free, and so is everybody else. And that's why it's really unbelievable. So what we got is, looks like we got a police car coming in. So, and let's just see. how this goes. I reckon he's going to stop, and he will stop. You can see that already.
Alright, sir.
I'm very good, thank you.
Have a good day.
Pardon?
Have a good day.
I am, Constable.
So, what are you up to?
Well, first of all, could you both identify yourself for me, please? Sorry?
I'm pc123 1991 with Scalper.
1991, thank you very much.
And I'm from Ealing Police Station.
No worries. And yourself, sir?
I'm PC Tyson 2397 Whiskey Alpha, also
No.
from Ealing Police
No
Station.
worries. Thank you very much for identifying yourself.
So, are you just auditing?
Yes, yeah. So you know what auditing is then, sir? No worries. Have you ever met anyone doing audits before?
No, I am aware of who you are though.
No worries. And what's your view on it?
I think done correctly, analysing the law and the facts, it's a fine thing to do, it's
Yep.
an okay thing to do, but sometimes I feel like some sort of antagonising.
Sorry, say that again.
Sometimes I feel like the height is antagonising.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's a case by case basis, I think.
Correct. No,
I'm
I
not gonna
perfectly agree with that, and
comment
that's right. That's right. It is on an individual, and as you know, it's the same when you look at officers as well. Now, you guys have approached me really nicely. You've identified yourself, and it's been really nice. And this is how all interactions should be with every single officer and a member of the public. This is how it should be. But I think the main reason why it all started off, because I think a lot of the public lost faith in the police because they feel that they were separating when they shouldn't be separated.
Yeah.
And there is a bridge that does need to be built back between the police and the public, and it's going to be with good officers that will happen. And as you know, there are a number of bad officers, and it's those bad officers is what give good officers a bad name, and that is a shame that happens.
Right.
And the only couple of questions that I would have, if you're okay and you've got a couple of minutes.
I can't give comments on
No,
things,
no,
actually.
that's fine. That's
Well, I
fine.
can't
Well,
question,
well,
yeah.
one easy one that you can give a comment on, right, is if you've seen another one of your colleagues, okay, whether or not you knew them or not, actually infringe on somebody's lawful right, would you report them to their senior?
If I witnessed that,
Yes,
Yep.
of course.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, and that's the main thing. Is that's what people want to know, that if you did see it, whether or not you would
Misdemeanor's not okay.
report it.
It's not on the College of Policing or the National Decision level,
Yeah.
is it? So that's
It's honesty and integrity within the force.
That's right.
That's what the Metropolitan Police thrive on.
I would say that that's what I would class as old school policing would have done, okay, but I think one of the biggest problems at this moment in time, now I don't know how long you've been in the force for, do you mind saying roughly how long you've been in? You don't have to give the exact year, but roughly how long have you been in? Have you been in 10 years, 15 years?
No, approximately 2 years.
Okay, 2 years. So if you think back to when policing was, okay, when you had what we class as home beat officers that used to be on the streets on every single London estate and actually engaging with young people and so on and so forth. When all of those were taken away, and you look at the way that what they class as modern policing now, virtually everything now is done in vehicles and vehicles alone. Now, with that separation, that's where members of the public can't engage, and you've got a number of police stations now where you can't engage, because you know, going from Southall, you know where the next nearest main reception is open. It's a fair old way, and not everybody has access to online, and that is what a lot of people feel is separating the police and the public, because they can't engage.
I appreciate what you are saying, but as you well know, there has been a cut in the police. There are officers out there on the beat. There's not that many. I do appreciate that, but there are officers out there on the beat. You don't see them that much as much as you did, but the reason we're in cars now is so we can get to, we're inundated with calls, it's so we can get to them calls a lot quicker. So if we were to walk everywhere, we'd never get to all these inundated calls.
But then when you look at, especially London itself, when you look at all the actual boroughs that are in London, now you've come over from Ealing, okay, which is a fair way from here, but you go right away from here all the way through to East London, right, and you look at all the boroughs from here to there, right, if you actually had police that were on estates, there would most probably be less crime than what there is now, if there were officers on estates.
You know about like bobbies on the beats, that kind of old school police.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people are missing, and that's why they feel that there is a big disconnection, is because they can't engage.
Right, yeah, because they don't have the person on the street that they just approach.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it was your choice, do you think that you would like to see that come back?
That's a senior management decision, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I would say if you want to change something, maybe write a letter to one of the higher ups expressing that.
Oh no, I've done that. I've gone as far as Home Secretary and that, sending stuff off.
Okay, apart from that, yeah, that's the way to do things from the fishing
Yep.
channel. So anyway, we have to get in.
No worries. Thank you for your time, Constables. Have a lovely evening. Take care.
Thank you.
So guys, what a big difference in